Short-term memory is a temporary storage system that holds a small amount of information for a brief period, typically around 15 to 30 seconds. It allows people to keep track of immediate tasks, such as remembering a phone number long enough to dial it or following a set of spoken instructions. Unlike long-term memory, which stores information for extended periods, short-term memory is limited in both capacity and duration. Studies suggest that the average person can hold around 7 items in short-term memory at once, though this number can vary. If the information is not rehearsed or transferred to long-term memory, it is quickly forgotten, making short-term memory an important but fragile part of cognitive function. Now let's look at some examples of short-term memory in action. When someone hears a new name at a party and remembers it just long enough to introduce the person to someone else, they are using short-term memory. Another example is when a person glances at a Wi-Fi password, types it into their device, and then immediately forgets it. Students rely on short-term memory when taking notes in class, holding onto key points while writing them down. Similarly, when following multi-step directions, such as turn left at the next light, then take the second right. Short-term memory allows a person to retain and use the information momentarily. These examples show that short-term memory is constantly at work in daily life, helping people handle immediate tasks and interactions. Now let's explore ways to improve short-term memory. One effective strategy is chunking, where information is broken into smaller, meaningful groups. For example, remembering a phone number as 5551234567 instead of a long string of digits makes it easier to retain. Another technique is rehearsal, which involves repeating information either aloud or in one's mind to extend its presence in short-term memory. Visualization also strengthens short-term memory by creating mental images that connect new information to familiar concepts. Additionally, getting enough sleep and reducing stress can help improve short-term memory, as both factors play a role in cognitive function. By using these techniques, people can enhance their ability to hold and recall information more effectively. Now let's compare short-term memory to working memory. While short-term memory simply holds information for a brief time, working memory actively processes and manipulates that information. For example, short-term memory might allow a person to remember a list of numbers for a few seconds, while working memory enables them to add or rearrange those numbers in their head. Working memory is essential for problem-solving, decision-making, and complex thought, as it helps the brain juggle multiple pieces of information at once. While both types of memory are temporary and have limited capacity, working memory involves more active engagement, making it a critical component of learning and reasoning. Understanding the difference between these two types of memory helps explain why some tasks require not just remembering, but also thinking and organizing information in real time.